Welcome back. I'm so excited to show you guys how I created this look and to talk more about the new Ensley Cosmic Dreamer palette. This palette is so freaking gorgeous. But today I'm going to be creating two looks and doing swatches with you guys. But if you are interested, then just keep watching.
We don't need to be worried. We don't need lots of money. So tonight put your hands in the air. Act like you just don't care.
If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. If you do, don't forget to click the little bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And with that being said, let's talk about this gorgeous freaking palette. It is so beautiful. I love everything about it. The artwork is really gorgeous. And as always, the pans inside are removable. Now, I'm not crazy about the mirror. Like, if you needed this for a mirror, I feel like the mirror is small, but it's also really pretty and does go with the vibe of the palette. For me, I don't really care about the mirror. I don't usually use them anyway. But this palette is so freaking gorgeous. I love it so much. It is a 25 pan palette. It retails for $69 US. And if you guys do plan on picking this up or anything from Ensley, I do have a code. It is AOML and it will save you 10% at checkout. If you do use it, I really do appreciate it. It is affiliated and I do make a small kickback from it. So this palette has 10 specialty shades that are multi-chromes, duochromes, holochromes, and metallic finishes, and they capture the cosmic dance of light and color. There are 14 buttery mattes refined to perfection, offering unparalleled blendability and rich pigment. And then there's one traditional shimmer that's smooth and pigmented. Now, I will say this palette swatched so freaking beautifully, and so far I've only just done this one look, and so far it's the really good Ensley formula that they always have. I'm really excited to show you guys how I created this and to do the next look, but with that being said, let me go ahead and get you guys zoomed in and show you how I created this masterpiece. I am so ready to create this look. So I'm going to start out with a small shader brush and I want to go into the shade here called Dreamscape. And I'm just going to press this here into the inner corner. This palette is so freaking beautiful. And I've been loving Ensley lately. So I'm really excited to have this in my collection. But I just want to press this light pink shade. I'm just adding a little to the inner corner. And then I want to use a larger shading brush. And I want to go into the shade Astral Body right here. The shade is really pretty. Reminds me of a deeper Prance from ColourPop, you know, the liner. Really beautiful, but I'm going to just press this all in the crease. I'm going to bring it into the pink just a little bit as well. Now I'm going to use a large blending brush and I'm going to pick up a little more of this blue and I want to use this to help blend this shade out more. Because this is really going to be like my lightest color in this outer crease part. And then I'm going to go back in with this small shader brush and I'm just going to drag the pink in to the blue. Make sure those two are blended. Now I want to go in with this gorgeous shade here called Neptune. So freaking pretty. So vibrant. Like you could even see it at the end of this brush. But I'm going to put this all along the crease and use this to deepen up. I think I just had what might be a really good idea. I'm taking away the pink. I'm going to do something different. It typically does not happen, but I'm going to choose to go with it for this very moment. Let that dry. And then I'll use my concealer brush to go over what I just did. It looks a little crazy. Now I'm going to clean off that small motor brush that I used for that pink. And I think I want to go into this green shade here called Dreamer. Do something a little different. I do that pink and blue combo so often. It's one of my favorite combos, but I thought this might be really cool too. I just looked down at the palette and it popped into my head. I think this might be a really good idea, especially when you look at the shimmers in this palette. Just makes sense. That cool tone green, I feel like, goes really well with the cool tone vibes of the crease. Now I'm going to use a little bit of my setting powder on this same brush to make sure it's blended out, because that is a deeper shade to be in the inner corner. So I'll just go over the edges with this. And then I'll go back in with the actual shade again to re-intensify. I think this is going to be really cool. Now I want to deepen up this outer corner a little more with this shade here called Wild Hearted. I'm just using my Sigma pencil brush, and I'm going to just place it in a little blob out here. And then I'll go back in with this larger Glam Light brush and just blend it out with no extra product. Okay, so I'm not going to do the lower lash line just yet. I want to do my shimmer shades first. So first I'm going to use some NYX glitter glue, and I'm just using a packing brush to apply it to the lid. I think I'm going to go in with this shade here called Astral Plane. It's really pretty. And I'm going to put this on this outer part. It's like one of those antique-y looking green gold shades. Really pretty. I just drug it in a little further to the inner corner because I do plan on overlapping it with this shade here called Lucidity. It's one of my favorite shades in this palette. Really freaking beautiful. Look at that. I'm glad I decided to change that inner corner and go with this. It was a very good decision. And I don't think I've done a look like this yet. So, yay me. I think it's freaking gorgeous. I'm going to pick up a little more of that Astroplane shade on my finger and a little more of Lucidity. Look at that. It's like bright green to gold. It's freaking stunning. But I just want to make sure those two are really overlapped. Now I'm going to go back in with that Sigma pencil brush and pick up some more Wild Hearted and just use the shade to really blend these two together. Now I'm going to go in with my pencil brush and use a little bit of this like white satin, I think, and it may even be a matte, but I'm going to use that to brighten up this inner corner. And I feel like that did that perfectly. I think I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line as I did up top. I'll start with the green and just focus this right here. And then I'm going to go in with the Astral Body shade and just put this along the rest of the lash line. Now I'm going to go into the shade Wild Hearted, and I'm going to press this along the lower lash line. And here is the eye before lashes and liner. I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. I'm back with the finished look. I am so freaking happy that I decided to switch things up in the middle of the look. I love this so much, and like I mentioned, I've never done anything quite like this before, at least not anything that I can remember. But in my waterline, I am wearing the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Prance. It really goes well with this outer part of the crease. I think it's really beautiful. But I'm so excited to do the next look with this palette. But you guys are going to have to let me know down below, what do you think of this look? I think it's beautiful. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. I'm back for look number 2. I'm so ready to play with this palette again. I'm thinking I'm going to do a pink and orange look because I was watching Betty Jean's channel this morning and I got some inspiration from her. She did a really cute pink and orange look, and I think it's been a while since I've done one. So these earrings I got from a street fair in my area, but I know she said she had an Etsy shop, so I'll try to find them online, and if I can, I'll link them down below in my description box. I have a wild hair there. But I also wanted to tell you guys, I use the same products for my face in both looks. It makes it easier for me with the description box. But my highlighter, I mixed 2 highlighters from Unearthly Cosmetics. I have the shade Sprung and the shade Awaken. Now, I wanted it to be light and like kind of icy, which you can use both of these on their own, but I did like 3 parts of this one and then added in 1 part of this one to get this look. Now, these are still available over there, and I'll have them linked down below, but I think this highlighter is so freaking beautiful, and I really love this formula. It's really wet looking and glossy. It's freaking incredible, and these are available like individually on the site. It's from their Spring Magic collection. I don't know if I said that or not, but let's go ahead and get into this look. Like I said, I had so much fun with this yesterday. I'm so glad that I decided to change it up and do a different look there, like towards the end of it. And I actually ended up cutting grass after that. And it was like 5 hours of cutting grass. All my yards like on a steep incline. So it's a great workout. I actually walked almost 6 miles on an incline, which is great for my thick body. But yeah, the makeup just really freaking held up. And so did the foundation. And let me tell you, I was sweating, but I had on this foundation and it did really, really good. But like I said, we're going to get into this look now. Now, there's not a straight up orange in this palette. We have this shade here, which I am going to use. But I think for the inner corner, I want to do Dreamscape. And then I'm going to do Mercari. I just butchered that. But I'm going to do that in the outer part of the crease. And use a little bit of Visionary in the main crease as a deeper shade, and then darken up with Spacey. I think this is going to be a really cute look. But to start it out, I'm going to start with my motor brush and go into Dreamscape. It's like deja vu because I literally just did this yesterday, but I'm excited to create this look. I think it's going to be fun. Orange is one of my favorite freaking colors. And honestly, these earrings couldn't match better if I would have tried. Also, when I was weed eating yesterday, I found the cutest mushroom. I'm gonna pop up a picture on the screen. It's so freaking beautiful, and the picture just turned out so freaking cute too. So you guys know how much I love mushrooms. They're so beautiful. Now I'm going to use my Glam Light shader brush, and I'm going into the name, which I cannot pronounce, and I'm just going to add this all along the crease. So, when I was finished cutting grass, I was using my leaf blower to blow the grass like off my driveway and off the sidewalk and stuff. And my leaf blower is electric, so I had to unplug it from my garage and then plug it in the house so I could get like the front part of my yard. Well, after I plugged it in and I went back down to the driveway to grab the leaf blower, there was the most massive freaking snake. I'm going to pop up a picture of that too. Listen, at first I was like shocked, and then I wanted to get a picture of it because I'm crazy. And then I just turned around and I ran like full force, like arms up, knees to the chest, running to my garage to get a hoe so that I could kill it because it was massive. And I have freaking dogs, little dogs. I didn't want any of them to get bit, but by the time I made it back, the snake was gone. I already switched over to this large blending brush and I'm going back into this. I really want to like smoke it up in the crease and, drag it out. But anyways, what I was saying, I have a tree in my front yard, and around the tree there are like so many holes, like literally probably close to 100. And now I'm wondering if there's like snakes in there. You guys have any recommendations? I would really appreciate it because that is freaky. And like I said, I do have dogs, so it makes me worry about them. Um, I don't know. It was a lot. My girlfriend made this video and it's freaking hilarious. She like lost her mind when I told her about it. Said, call the police, we're gonna move. It was kind of funny, but I also understand a phobia like that. And it really freaks one out. But now going back into Dreamscape, and I'm gonna just make sure this is really blended into the orange, and it's actually brightening up that orange some. I just cleaned this brush off on my Sigma switch. Now I'm going into Visionary, and I'm going to use this to deepen up my crease. Add some more of that pink. Ooh, look how pretty that made that orange. Oh, this look is going to be fun. I'm basically just packing this on, trying to get it as deep as I can with this color. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Now I'm going back into the orange and just blending this out. Yesterday when I filmed the first look, I was so freaking tired. I literally had to stop in the middle of filming and have like a music break to try to, bring myself back up. I was just so tired. And it's crazy like how I get in moods like that. And then I'll go outside and like work in my yard or cut the grass. And it helps me so freaking much. I really needed that. Maybe not the snake part, but definitely the rest of it. But it's like the hard work of cutting the grass and stuff. It's almost therapeutic, and just being out in the sun. That's one thing about creating content. You really don't get enough time outside. So cutting my grass has definitely been helpful to me mentally. Okay, I think this might be as deep as I'm going to be able to get this. I'm going to try not to make this look as deep and dramatic as I do most of my looks, but we'll see. Now I'm using my pencil brush and going into the shade Spacey. Like, look how rich that is. Hold on, I see a spot I didn't blend. I'm going to switch on over to my Singe Beauty E02 and just use this to help blend this out. Pick up a little more. I'm switching over to that Glamlite brush. I need something a little thicker. It can really pack on the color and help blend it out. Now down below on the lower lash line, I'm going to do the pinks. So I'm going to start out with Dreamscape. And I'm just going to run this along the lower lash line. I need to use a smear. Now I'm going to go back into Visionary. Then I want to go into a little bit of Spacey. And I'm just going to concentrate this here on the outer part of the lower lash line. Now I'm going to use some of the white again for my inner corner. I have no idea why I just used this brush though. As usual, I'm going to go in with my NYX glitter glue and just apply this to the lid. Now I think I'm going to go in with Cosmic Queen. This is really freaking pretty. Like, oh, you could see that flip. It's freaking gorgeous. But I'm just going to put this on the outer half. And then I have to do it. It would be really pretty with Stargazer on the inner part, but I really have to use Interplanetary. And I'm going to use this here. That is gorgeous. Let me tell you, the freaking shimmers from Ensley Rain are literally never disappointing. I think I also want to take some of this shade up here called Astral Traveler, and I want to just use this right here on the very end. I'm going to use my pinky though. I think I want to add some inner corner, like actual shimmer highlight. So this one has a blue shift to it. It's freaking beautiful, but I don't think it really like goes with this look. So I'm going to try Ethereal Plane. This shade is gorgeous. It would be so pretty with these greens as well. Oh, that was a good choice. Totally. And here is the finished eye before lashes and liner. I'm going to go do all that and the other eye off camera. And I will be right back to give you my first impressions on this palette. And here is the finished look. I love it so much. It's everything that I was hoping it would be. So freaking beautiful. In my waterline, I used my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Punch. It's one of my favorites. It's been a minute since I've gotten the opportunity to use it, but like I said, I think this look is gorgeous. I really loved the first one as well. I love the color story of this palette. I love the cool tones. I think it's beautiful. You got some warm tones in here as well. I think they did a fantastic job. Ensley Rain has one of the best shimmer formulas in my collection. I really enjoy the mattes as well. I just truly had a blast playing with this palette, and I really just couldn't recommend it more. If you haven't tried Ensley Rain yet, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you do. They are one of my favorite brands, but I'm really feeling this look right now. You guys are going to have to let me know down below which look was your favorite. I am unsure. I love this one, but I really loved that first one too. So it's kind of hard for me to decide. But let me know if you guys picked this palette up. If you did, what are your thoughts on it? What would you like to see me review next? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. But thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And until next time, bye.
We don't need to be worried.